Hi garden friends, happy Sunday. So today I'll be making a hypertufa succulent arrangement in this like kind of rectangle pot, and I'll show you the plants that I have. I have this really cool Graptovaria opalina, and I'll bring it a little closer. It has two heads. Not sure if it's on one stem or if there's actually two stems, but I'll figure it out when I take it out of the pot. But isn't that fun? When they grow this way, so cute. And this is Graptovaria opalina. It has that beautiful pale blue color, and it turns pink if you give it enough sun. I also have a new arrival to the shop. This is a Kalanchoe variety, and it's called flower dust plant. Look at that. Doesn't it look like little seashells? I just love it because the little edges or the margins are scalloped. Oh, it's so pretty. And it's got this like pretty thick farina on it where it makes it look dusty, super white. But you can tell that the actual like plant under the farina is like a pink color. It's so pretty. And it blooms clusters of pink flowers, small pink flowers. We've never had it in the shop, like I just said, so I'm super excited to watch it grow and, of course, bloom. And that's a Kalanchoe dust flower plant. I also have, there's a lot of pink going on. I think that pink is a theme. I think it's fair to say. This one here is a Graptosedum variegans, one of my favorites. They are super strong. I mean, they look pretty delicate, but they are strong plants, let me tell you. And they're a light green, their natural color, but if you give them enough sun, they turn into this bronzy, pink, red color. They are absolutely amazing plants. If you don't have a variegens in your garden, you need a cluster, for sure. I also have Echeveria pulidonis. Look at this one. Oh my goodness. Isn't that just gorgeous? The margins are, red, and that silver green color of the leaves. The contrast is just so amazing. They're prolific plants. I have one in my front yard. It's huge. It's massive. It's probably a foot across, and it has two pups that it's just popped out. Oh, I love Echeveria pulidonis. And last but not least, this is a fun one. This is a sedum tricolor. So let me get it a little closer since it's so small and my hands are shaky. But the margins are pink, and it's this green color in the middle of the leaves. Let me get it a little closer. Is it gonna focus? Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous? And they're on these like flexible woody stems. They're very fragile. But look at that. Oh my God, look at the little face on that. Isn't that adorable? I have 4 clusters of this one. And this one is all green, but you can tell that it's starting to turn pink there. Oh, so cute. Sedum tricolor. So let's get started. And I'll start by filling this pot with some succulent soil. Super fluffy. And it looks super fluffy because I mix in organic regular potting mix with equal parts of perlite, or I actually use vermiculite. I have a big bag of it, and I grab equal parts of each of the soil and the vermiculite, and then I mist it with water so it's easier to work with, because when the soil is super dry, it's very hard to make the wells because it kind of falls into itself. So when it's nice and moist, you can make the well and it'll kind of stay like that. I don't know if that makes sense, but that's what I like to do. And maybe sometimes the soil looks super dark. That's because it is a little wet. All right, and now that I filled this up, I'm going to put this to the side here, and I'm going to break apart my little pots here. So I'm going to squeeze their little nursery pot and pull it out. And the soil kind of stayed in there, and that's okay. Put that to the side. But you see there's 3 right here. Going to be very careful. Kind of put them to the side just like that. And I'll grab the other cluster. Here we go. Break them apart because I'll use the Graptocedum as a filler. I like to use them as fillers in my arrangements. It's perfect. So get that cluster over there. Then I'll grab my dust flower plant. Do the same thing. Squeeze it out. And you know what? I don't want to really take apart the clusters because it is 3 little plants, but they've grown in there for a while, you can tell, because they're not falling apart. So that'll be good right there, but let me just get some of that excess soil at the bottom just so they can fit in my planter. It is a beautiful day. There's no sun. It's pretty gray out, but it's still very, very nice. It was even pretty misty this morning. We took a walk to go get some coffee. It was very nice with our dog. Killing 2 birds with 1 stone. Give the dog a walk, go get some coffee. That's what we do on Sundays. We love doing that. And we went to Phil's Coffee, which is super delicious. I got Julie's Ultimate with a sprinkle of cinnamon. So good. If you don't know about Phil's Coffee, it's a coffee shop that started in San Francisco. And now we're lucky to have one really close to us, the local plaza that we live by. All right, so I'm almost done taking these apart, and we'll see if this one is actually on 1 stem or if it's developed 2 stems. We'll see. All right, let's see. Oh, so it looks like it's in 1 stem. Yeah, so it's 2 heads. Oh, so pretty. It's so unique. I love them. I love opalinas. Love them. One of my favorite ones. And you know what? This sedum is very, very delicate. I'll see how it is when I take it out because I don't want those clusters to fall apart. Oh, but it looks like they're nicely rooted. And I'm just going to kind of just rub that soil from the top. A little bit from the bottom. All right, so the little cluster kind of stays together. That's a pretty strong little plant there because it looks so fragile, right? And I have 3 more that I want to do the same to. Oh, this is going to come out so nice. So nice. They're even saying that it might rain tonight. So that's exciting. We haven't had rain in a long, long time. It's been pretty dry out. So I always get happy when it rains. I mean, not too much rain. There's a limit, but yeah, I think that nature would really appreciate some rain. And it's going to rain through the night, so that's even better. I can do some gardening today. That's what I plan to do. I plan to, after this little arrangement, I'm going to go to my front yard and plant a batch of Aeonium sunburst and all sorts of other plants that I really need to just plant them already. They've been waiting, you know, and I haven't had the time. So I'm very excited to have the time today. All right, so this soil, I'm going to just set it aside. It's pretty healthy soil, so I think I'll keep it. All right. And here we go. Now to the planting. All right. So what should I start with? I'm going to start with the flower dust plant because I know it's going to grow tall. So I'm going to put it towards the back. So I'll start in this corner. Start in this corner right here. And I'll put both clusters there. So one right here. And the other one right here. So let me just kind of adjust them. Oh, yeah. Just like that. Beautiful. Press the soil around them to anchor them down. And I think I'll need some in the back here. Press it down just like that. Oh, perfect, perfect, perfect. Okay, and now let's see. Now that I've got that corner, I think that I'm going to put, let's see. Got some soil in the center there using my little blowy thing. Okay, I think I'm gonna go for the opalina. And the opalinas will probably go right here. Ooh, so pretty. Oh, it doesn't take much. Nope, not when you have beautiful plants. But I guess all plants are beautiful, right? All right, so that's turning out nice. So let's see. I've got this little space here. I'm gonna go for some sedum. So I'm gonna grab these little clusters here, take some of that excess soil with the root. It's okay, it won't hurt them. And I'm gonna put a patch here. And this is gonna add a pop of color. Ooh, just like that. And the sedum, you can kind of fit it here and there because it's so small. It's a perfect, perfect filler. And it'll even look beautiful all on its own, just in one pot. I'll put another cluster right here. Oh yeah, and it grows kind of wild, you know? So that makes it even better. Just like that. Oh yes. Ooh, yeah. It's so small. All right, there we go. Kind of fan it out a bit where it's not too bunched up. And then I'll go for my Pulidonis. Pulidonis right there. And I'll surround it with the sedum and the Higgins. I can't forget about the Higgins. So I'll make my well right here. Stick that Pulidonis right in there. Press that soil around it. Beautiful. Ooh, yeah. Oh man, I love that Pulidonis right there. It's so dramatic. And now I'm gonna work with my Higgins and I'm gonna pop some of those leaves off from the bottom of the stem. I'm gonna grab my knitting needle, make a little hole there, and fit it right in there. Ooh, it's that easy. I love it. And now I'm gonna put more of the sedum here. All right. Gonna kind of bunch it up so it can fit in my little well there because they have like really strong root systems. I don't want to wreck those root systems. I want to make bigger wells for them so they can fit because it'll take them longer if you destroy, like, for example, if you really tear this root system apart, it like if you take a little, that's fine. But if you really take a lot out of it, it'll take the plant a lot longer to recover and grow more roots. That's a little tip that I have for you. And now, oh, I got all this soil in the middle here. That bothers me. Okay, there we go. So now I have more Graptosedum. Let's grab a bigger one. Gonna take some of those leaves from the bottom because they'll just rot anyways. So I kind of just want a clean stem and stick that stem in the soil. Ooh, so right there, put another Vera. I'll put another Vera right here. And I have a small one right here. Tuck that in. Use my knitting needle to bury it in there, very gently, of course. Ooh, so pretty. I'll do another one right beside it. This is turning out so beautiful. Even though there's a lot of pink, the green of the succulents make it a little balanced. Oh, and I'm using a lot of varieties. So we've got the sedum, kalanchoe, graptovaria, echeveria, graptosedum. So they're all different. So, you know, all those textures really make it interesting. Oh, because, you know, when it's one variety, that's fine. But, you know, it kind of all blends in, you know. But, oh, they're all different. I just realized that. That's even better. It makes me so happy. So now, for the biggest cluster of the sedum that I have here, I'm going to kind of nudge my little Pulidonis over. And I'm going to make my well here. And it's a pretty big root ball that it has. So I'm going to make it nice and deep so it can go all the way in there. All right, got the sniffles. I'm going to try to fit it all in there nice and deep. And I think I'll lift up my Pulidonis because I don't want it to be eaten by that sedum. So there we go. Because the sedum will for sure take over and cover that Pulidonis. So maybe I should have put this Pulidonis this cluster of sedum over here towards the back so it can grow this way. But it's going to grow this way into the rim, hopefully. Hopefully. Oh, but I think it looks so beautiful, even though that Pulidonis is kind of small right there in the center. It's okay. So now I'm going to go for 2 more clusters of the Vera Higgins. And I'll add more soil. Here we go. Add more soil to this little corner here. Okay. And add the last of my Vera Higgins. And I'll put them right here in the rim. Okay, there goes one. And the last one, I'll put it right here. Tuck it in right there. Oh, so beautiful. I love it. It turned out so nice. And I'm going to dust off the rim of the planter here with my little brush. Oops. Oh, so pretty. Oh, look at that. Oh, man. I love it. And you know what? I won't be throwing the Vera Higgin leaves because they will propagate into new little plants. Just a tip. They are super easy to grow by leaf. So I'll get these and put them on the side over here. I'm gonna kind of clean up here because I made a big mess. So I'm gonna put this to the side. Grab my brush. Perfect, because I will be adding stones to this arrangement. I think it'll look nice with the stones. Oh, look at that. Now we can get a clearer view. You know, when there's soil around, it kind of blends in here. I'm going to grab my stones. And they're small stones. They're kind of purpley, so I thought that it would look nice in this arrangement. And I'm going to go for my really small ones. And I'm going to fish out the bigger ones. And I'll start over here. And I'll just press them in, just like that. And this is going to hold the soil in, because there's a lot of soil in here. And when I press the stones right on top of it, the soil will stay in when I water it. Oh, so speaking of watering, what am I going to do? So what I'm going to do here, since they're all rooted and I didn't use any cuttings, it is okay to water immediately. If you do use cuttings with your arrangements and the cuttings aren't necessarily dry, like the part that you cut off, I suggest that you wait a few days before watering. But this isn't the case for this one. This one will be watered immediately, and it'll be a deep watering. I'll water it until the water comes out of the drainage hole from the bottom. And I'll put it in a place, in a location where it gets bright, indirect sun. And the best way to describe that is like under a canopy. I have a small overhang in my house. It has a little overhang, and I have little shelves that I can put them on, and they get bright light, but it's not directly on them. And that'll keep their color. And I keep mine indoors. They will perform much better outdoors. I keep mine outdoors because I hardly have any plants indoors. And especially succulents, it is tricky to keep succulents indoors and keep them compact where they don't get leggy and keep them colorful. Grow lights is probably the best way to grow succulents indoors, but Haworthia varieties do good indoors without the grow lights. So if you want to have succulents indoors, I would consider you getting Haworthias and jade varieties and sedums. Like sedum burrito will do well indoors as well, like in a bright room or by a window. But these colorful ones that you see, like the Graptovaria, the Polidonis, they need a lot of light. A lot of light to stay compact and colorful. But anyways, I was talking about the watering, got a little distracted. But yeah, I'll give it a deep watering. I'll put it in a location where it gets bright and direct light. And I will probably water it in another 2 weeks. That's like the rule of thumb with succulents. You can water it every 2 weeks. And if you're not sure, if you're a beginner, you should try a moisture meter. We have them on the shop at suckycrafts.com. And all you do is stick the little needle in, and it'll tell you if it's dry, and that's when you would water again. If it's still moist, if the moisture meter's saying that it's moist, you gotta wait. I know it's hard to wait, but they will look a lot better if you underwater them instead of overwatering them. Let's see, let's check this out. Look at that. Look at that. Isn't that just gorgeous with the little sedums at the bottom there, Graptosedum? Oh, and that dust flower plant adds so much interest to the arrangement. And that Graptovaria there, that double-headed one. Oh, I just love it. I think it turned out so beautiful. I hope that you enjoyed this video and got your little plant therapy on. And hopefully you can get out and maybe garden a little today, since it is Succulent Sunday. But I hope you enjoyed and I brought a smile to your face. And if you want any of these succulents, you should go to suckycrafts.com. I'll put the links down below in the descriptions, straight to the plants that you see here. Well, until next time, bye garden friends.